Welcome to the carnage.
And welcome back to the carnage, everybody. Hope you all had a good Thanksgiving. You already read the title, you read the description, so you know what the video is about. Not going to get too far into today's topic other than the video at the end will be definitely a doozy, so stick around for that. If you get a chance, hit like, subscribe, the notification bell, share the video, and if not, that's fine too. Let's go ahead and jump right into it.
Do you want to know where your black friends stand? This is going to show you. When they get on TV and they're black first before they Christian, they black first before they your friend, they black first before they American, it's going to come out. And they're going to reveal how they feel in this performance.
All I can keep saying in my head is that, America does not deserve black culture. Black culture is too good for America. America does not appreciate it. America just steals it and colonizes it and uses it as their own. They don't deserve it at all. Kendrick Lamar put on a show of a lifetime. Half the people that watched it didn't even get what he was saying, what the message was. But, us people, we saw it, we clocked it, and we received it. And we're thankful because it's Black History Month. He made us proud. And it was art. And it was amazing to watch.
If you, so I personally don't watch the Super Bowl halftime show myself. It had nothing to do with Kendrick Lamar necessarily or anything like that. I just typically, I'm not a huge fan of the halftime shows because I don't know. They always seem to be more controversial than, helping out the game of football, in my opinion. The last, good ones were so far in the past, but to sit here and come on and say that, oh, well, America doesn't deserve this, black culture from us and, this, that, and the other. America's giving you the platform to have it, right? Because there's a difference between black culture in America and black culture in Africa, a huge difference. And when you go to Africa, specifically South Africa, they're not a big fan of American black culture in the least. So there's that.
You have to spend 45 minutes interpreting a performance that's supposed to be activism. Is it really activism? Is it really effective? If it went over everybody's head, then did you really accomplish anything? I'm going to go out and let my voice be heard, and I'm going to say a soliloquy or something that nobody understands, and I really did something. Power to the people. Nah, man, this is an opportunity for people to be racist, and it's an opportunity for black people to virtue signal with an empty platitude. They really don't have no leverage. Nobody's watching, nobody cares.
Hey, good morning. What's up? Anyways, I just gotta come on here real quick and rant because I'm so tired of seeing y'all black women get mad, angry, and bashing these white folks just because they wearing braids or doing some shit that started in our culture. Y'all can't get mad at them for wearing braids if y'all sitting around constantly wearing 613 hair, constantly wearing hair that got ass, constantly going to get them lashes done, constantly putting them fake ass blue ass contacts in on their way you got boo brown eyes. Everybody dips in everybody's culture. But it seemed like when it comes to the black folk, y'all just feel just so angry about our history that y'all feel like everything is just y'all. Okay, cool. It was y'all's. Yes, it originated from us. Yes, cool. Be happy somebody trying to motherfucking do the same shit that we do. We trendsetters. But y'all over here trying to bash them and say that they can and can't wear certain hairstyles because it originated in y'all's culture. Make that shit make sense. The fuck?
So I agree partially with what she said. I mean, everybody in America, it's a melting pot. Everybody kind of, definitely dips in people's cultures. However, what I don't agree with is braids did not originate from black people, and specifically in America. America's only, 300 years old, right? And so you can go as far back as the Vikings, and they had braids, hence the term Dutch braid, right? That's been a thing for thousands and thousands of years now. So to sit here and say, well, yeah, it originated from us and they took it, but it's okay that they did. It's like, no, it's not. Okay. It's not originated here in America. Okay. Braids have been around for thousands of years. Other cultures have used it. Not sure where these people, came up one day and was like, oh yeah, it's ours. We invented it. No, you didn't.
Here's part one of You Can Absolutely Be Racist Against White People.
So I was having
having a conversation with my friend, and they asked why I only refer to myself as black. And for context, I'm mixed, obviously. But they asked why I never refer to myself as white, and I said because I don't like being white. They said, why? There's nothing wrong with being white. What are you ashamed of? Excuse me, sir. What am I ashamed of? Have you been living under a rock? Where have you been the past 2,000 years?
Well, I mean, I didn't exist for the majority of the past 2,000 years, but it's interesting to know that you've lived through the past 2,000 years. But let's keep it rolling.
And so what you're saying is that one of your parents, who's obviously white, you do not respect them, you don't care about them, and you're ashamed of them, which is absolutely, in my opinion, just a horrendous fucking take to have, period.
Did you not know slavery existed?
Oh, no. Slavery didn't existed. Slavery exists today. There's about 9.4 million Africans enslaved today. Go on.
Colonization, mass genocide.
Oh, of course, it's convenient. Let's only talk about the past 2,000 years, because if we talk about the past 5,000 years, we would have to include ancient Egypt, a country in Africa. They were the original colonizers. Oh, but of course, let's not forget genocides, like Rwanda in the 90s or Western Sudan in the early 2000s. Go on.
Diseases were spread around the world at the hands of white people.
Diseases? Like HIV and AIDS? Have you heard of that one? It's killed about 40 million people worldwide. It was an epidemic all the way up until 2019.
Let's also not, skip over Ebola.
You familiar with this one? Nah, not that one though, right? You see, the difference between people like you and me is that I don't generalize. So no matter what anybody's done in the past, no matter what country's done it, religion, race, anything, it doesn't make a difference to me, because I would never put the two together. I would never say, well, you're black, so you're with these people, and you're white, so you're with these people. Absolutely not. Everybody is an individual person. I base you on the actions that you do today. I try to treat everybody with respect, and I would never, ever alienate anybody. I would never claim to not want to be a specific race. Why would I ever want to do that? That's the difference between you and me.
Not to mention, I'm not sure why he glazed over the fact, but Irish were slaves for a very long time to the English crown, right? I mean, these people went into Scotland and Ireland, enslaved these people, forced them into all sorts of fucked up shit, and they were slaves a lot longer than pretty much anybody else on the planet. Same thing happened in Korea. Same thing happened in China. So it's been widespread across the world since the dawn of mankind.
Can black people be racist towards white people? The short answer is no. And let me tell you why. Racism does not describe discrimination, prejudice against one group or another just simply based off of the color of their skin.
That's exactly what racism means, you dipshit. Look in the definition. Please, pull a fucking dictionary up, skip over to racism, and read the definition of what racism is. It's exactly what she just said. It's not. Oh my God.
As this person is suggesting, racism describes a caste system based off of race, a hierarchy based off of race, with white people at the top, people of color, so Asian folks, Latinx folks, Middle Easterners, and so on in the middle, and black and indigenous folks at the bottom.
And there you go. That's the most racist shit I think I ever heard. She just said white people's at the top and black people's at the bottom, and a hierarchy, and that hierarchy that doesn't fucking exist, right? So, ma'am, you just said the most racist shit I've ever heard.
This system was put into place through white supremacy, which is absolutely tied to colonialism and imperialism. These systems were originally put into place by Christians, and they needed to have a way to distinguish themselves as white male Christians about their superiority from all of the non-white, non-male, non-Christians of the world, so that they could subjugate them for forced labor. Gotta tie that plug-in for capitalism in as well. White supremacy.
And I'm really, so happy that she's pointing out that it was white men, right? Like, white women don't exist, obviously, in her eyes, because she herself's a white woman. She doesn't want to put herself in that category at all. But this is a very feminist point of view, obviously.
Used racism, distinguishing people based off of race, in order to be able to put white people at the top of this hierarchy. And this is maintained through every single system in any given civilization, including healthcare, including government, including schooling. And when you look at even still today, who sits predominantly statistically in power, it is still white men and still very much Christians put in there as well. So yes, black folks are of course capable of prejudice, they're capable of bigotry, but they are not capable by the definition of racism, which is inherently a hierarchy based off of the color of one's skin and which is inherently tied to systems of power and marginalization. Black peoples are not capable of being racist towards white people because black peoples don't have systemic power over white people. And any individual black person that can be used as an example for why black people do have systemic power in any given context is always the exception that proves the rule.
So apparently Obama didn't exist, right? Obama wasn't president for 8 years, right? So again, not the definition of racism. If you look at the actual definition of racism, it is being bigoted towards the color of someone's skin or ethnic group, not have anything to do with a hierarchy of power. That's classism. That's a huge fucking other thing. Obviously, she's too stupid to know about.
Keep saying it. Keep saying that. That's great. Keep saying it. Just keep saying it. Keep saying it.
Okay, I'm gonna say it exactly how you wrote it. Black people can be racist to white people, clown.
Man, I'm tired of this shit. All I see is black people hating on white people. For what? At what point? For what now? Oh, what? You're gonna say, oh, it's for what happened in the past. It's not a competition, bozo. You're just racist. Well, black people can't be racist. Yes, prejudice based on race is just racism. If this is a competition and you guys think that you're winning, yeah, you may be winning, but you look really bad. Because at what point did any of these white people do anything to you? I see people literally just making videos about white people. They don't have anything else to do in their life. Their whole life revolves around making fun of white people, which is fucking racist. But then we get that point again. They say, well, black people can't be racist. False. Because if a black person can go on this app and legit call a white person 50 different names that nobody's ever fucking heard of, that is racism. We're all over here trying to eat at the same table, and you guys are over here talking about revenge.
Yep. And it always comes back to that, right? Is what happened in the past, and they hark on that. It's like, you do realize that not a single one of you that's alive today experienced what they did back then. Just like, on the other hand, nobody in today that's white owns anybody from the past, right? So what our ancestors did makes absolutely nothing that we're doing today relevant in the way we should treat each other. It'd be like no different than me saying, okay, well, your great-great-great-grandfather stole my great-great-grandfather's horse and he never paid the price for that. So because of that, guess what? You are now going to pay for that crime. Even though it happened 250 years ago, you're responsible for it.
I'm tired of hearing black folks talking about privileged people and saying,
I don't get it. I really don't understand why we are holding people accountable for things that happened, 200, 300 years ago, right? I mean, you could be upset with what happened to your people. That is fine. I get that. I'm 50-50 on Norwegian Irish, and, I am not a fan of what the English did to my people, for 1,000 years, 1,500 years, whatever it was. So I get that. And you have every right to be upset about it, but I wouldn't go over to England right now and treat those people horribly just because of what they did to my ancestors 1,000 years ago. It just doesn't make sense.
I'm tired of hearing black folks talking about privileged people and saying privileged people is only white people. No, privileged folks are the folks that get up and go to work every day. Privileged are the folks that don't live off of EBT or Section 8 housing without a good reason. Not saying it's wrong to live in that, but if you're living in Section 8 of EBT because you're lazy and don't want to go to work, that's different between you really have to do that. It's a difference. It's a thin difference, but it's a difference. Black folks are used to living off of EBT cards, Section 8 housing, because they're too lazy to go to work. These are proven. You can look online. These are proven facts. That's why Trump had to cut some of this stuff off, because people would claim they couldn't work or claim they didn't have that. But really, they didn't want to go to work. And that's all it was. There was something happened, They bash the white man. Oh, they privileged. They do this. No, it's not that. It's time to hold black people accountable. Now, obviously, it's not all black folks. And if you're smart enough, then you know that already. I shouldn't have to say that. It's a non-brainer. But for the people that's not smart, then I'm not talking about all the black folks. But you know which one I'm talking about. Look it up on YouTube. Look it up on Google. Look it up on TikTok. There's a TikTok search bar. Type it in on TikTok. It's not hard.
So yeah, I mean, I'm glad that some of these younger folks are seeing, the light of day. Is that they were told that basically they were put into poverty by white people and to keep them, under the government's thumb. And it's like, that's not the case at all. There are so many good black folk out there that escaped that kind of lifestyle, that mindset, and was like, I want to do something with my life. I want to become something. And they did. And were successful at doing what they wanted to do. And the color of their skin is not holding them back. And they know that. And that's why those people that make those videos about, hey, I escaped all that, here I am, I live a pretty good life, I worked hard for it, those are the people that any race, not just black people, any race should aspire to be.
Now you can
Black
respond.
Women cannot be racist to white women. Are you kidding me?
Sorry?
That makes no sense.
Sorry?
Black women cannot be racist to white women. Do you not understand that?
Oh, yes, they can.
You don't have the intellectual
yes, they
capacity
can.
to understand that.
Oh, yes, they
But that's
can.
very much
And you've been
impossible.
racist to me.
That's very much
You've
impossible.
been racist to me, a white man, by saying I'm a race baiter. Yeah.
How am I racist to you? I'm black. I can't be racist to you.
You call me a race
Are you
baiter
kidding
with
me?
no
You're
evidence.
Racist to me.
When have I
You
been
can
a race
racist-
baiter?
You can be racist to me.
When have I been a race baiter?
But I'm a powerhouse.
Tell me when I've been a race baiter.
I'm a powerhouse.
Well, you may be a
Here's-
powerhouse.
I understand something.
You may be
I'm
a
a
powerhouse. You may be a powerhouse.
Okay.
When have I been a race baiter?
Oh, you admit that.
When have
Okay.
I been a race baiter?
Okay.
When have I been a race baiter?
Okay.
This is absurd.
No, hang on. Tell me,
Honey.
Blossom. Give me one example of me race baiting. Blossom, go.
I'm here at this point. I'm just here to talk about trans women in sports. I said what I said.
So you don't have
and I
anything,
to
do you?
Repeat anything.
You called me a race baiter.
Yeah, she had absolutely no evidence whatsoever. And they do that kind of crap all the time where they're just like, well, whatever, okay, whatever, okay. They don't give you an answer when you're like, well, you need, define what you're saying. They won't. They refuse to do that. And so we're on to this video. And this is the video that kind of sparked this whole video. When I watched this, I couldn't believe what I heard.
I am racist.
Are you serious? Or are you...
100%.
So you just don't like white people as a whole?
No, I don't. I grew up in the South. I live in North Carolina, and it's just like the worst thing to be, really.
Isn't it? Should we be judging people based on the content of their character and not the color of their skin?
No, the color of skin is very important.
It is important.
Yeah.
Okay, so the reason why I'm talking to people about this, you guys, really quick. By the way, do you agree with her?
Yes, she does. I have a black son. I don't want my son come home with no white woman. At all. He know better.
Do you tell him that?
Yes.
How old's your son?
21.
And he's not allowed to date?
He could date who he want, but they can't come to my house. And I'm.
You see, I had the tables turned. If this was a white person saying this, they would be completely obliterated online. The internet would lose their fucking mind over this. They would lose it. But because it seems to be, and this is what the video is mainly about, is can other races be racist towards white people? And it's so weird that they say, no, you can't be. Only white people can be racist. And then you're sitting here and she's admitting it. She's like, yeah, I'm racist. I absolutely can't stand, XYZ. So I'm going to come on here and say these, horrible, bigoted things. And even her friend, I mean, she wouldn't even let her friend answer. Her friend like rolling her eyes and everything over here. And he asked her a question and she answered for her. I mean, Jesus.
I'm not gonna have no parts of it. I don't want no mixed babies. I want a black baby, grandchild. That's what I want.
Yeah.
But other people could do whatever they want to do.
Really quick, do you mind if I one more question? The reason why I'm asking this question is because there's a recent poll that was released, and it asked that question: do you agree or disagree with that statement? It is okay to be white? Only 53% of Black Americans said yes to that poll. Does that surprise you or no?
No. Black people are really racist.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, it's okay for them. It's just not okay for us, right? It's the double standard. Like, and then when you bring up and you ask, well, why? It was like, well, because of what happened 300 years ago. So because of that, we're allowed to do this today, but you're not allowed to because, you know, you just can't for what you did. It's like, that's not how any of this shit works. In any way, shape, or form, everybody should live, if specifically in America, a melting pot where we have everybody here. Everybody should be friends. Everybody should live together, and everybody should strive to just be good Americans. That should be your number one goal. Not be a good Black American, not be a good white American, not be a good Asian American, be a good American. That should be the end goal for everybody who lives in this country.
You seem to disagree with her.
I feel like it's not okay to be racist.
It is okay to be racist.
But white people have made it where it's so easy to be racist. White people has put that foundation down, and it's just normal.
Are you scared of me?
It just, there you go. I mean, they always come back to the same thing. It's like, you know, go back to Martin Luther King, you know, and his dream of blacks and whites getting along and breaking bread together and living in harmony together. Now they're like, we want nothing to do with his dream at all. Instead, what we want is the eradication of your race, which is absolutely just crazy. I mean, everybody in the world that has a brain knows that what the Nazis did was horrible. Absolutely 1000% deplorable behavior. But to come here in 2025 with that same mindset is just, it's crazy work. And I guarantee you, those two ladies, they don't like Hitler. I guarantee it. They probably hate that man more than, you know, anybody else on the planet. But it's okay for them to act just like him. That's crazy. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. We did just recently hit 2,500 subscribers. I can't tell you how thankful I am for that. You guys are amazing, and I mean, I wish there was something I could do to show you guys exactly how thankful I am. And so I did make a post about it that, you know, the bigger I get, I do want to help other people try to get to that echelon in YouTube. I'm not saying I'm a big YouTuber. I'm not, but even if I can help somebody, you know, reach a goal or anything like that, just hit me up. You can use my email. You can leave a comment. I do read all the comments, so definitely let me know. Until then, we'll catch you on the next video.